And welcome back, everybody, to the Jeff Fox Show. As usual, we want everybody to remember, come November 3rd, rock the vote. And we are on that right here on the show. I'd like to welcome Rubin Young, who, of course, is a political candidate for the Miami-Dade County Clerk. Of course, Rubin, welcome to the Jeff Fox Show. Great to have you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you are a candidate for the Clerk of Courts here in Miami-Dade County. And, of course, you're here to make a difference.
Yes,
Let's talk about why you decided to run.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a very good question. I'm glad you asked me that. Because oftentimes people don't understand why a person go out and do the things that they do. Well, right. I felt a strong need to try to bring the type of relief to this county because I'm running with an agenda. I have a black agenda, I have a white agenda, I have a Hispanic agenda, I have a Haitian agenda. And that agenda is to bring fairness to everybody in this county. That means to make sure that all of the money that we bring in this county is fairly and equally distributed across the entire county. So when you live in this county, I've been here all my life.
Right.
You get sick and tired of one community benefiting over the other. When we all, this is one county, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
One county.
Yes, sir.
So I'm running with an agenda of bringing fairness back to this county, bringing accountability back to this county, and making sure that there's an equal distribution of the resources that we have in Miami-Dade County. That's why I'm running, Jeff.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, man. And I mean, you mentioned you've been living here all your life. Tell people right now, because I mean, we're happy to have you here on the show. You and I have been communicating for quite a while.
And I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. I want you to tell everybody who Rubin Young is and why they should look at that camera and you tell them, man, who Rubin Young is and why they should vote for you.
Okay, so Rubin Young is a humble person, a man who would go out of his way. When I was a kid, and I would like to relate this story, and I was the littlest person in the room. But when I saw people picking on other people, it seemed like I became the tallest person in the room because I say, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? And they'll look at me and say, well, you're not my size. But that's the fight that I have in me. I grew up in Homestead, Florida City. My family helped incorporate the city of Miami back in the 1800s, 1896. I'm kin to the Rose, the Fergusons, the Alleys, the Gibsons, the Portiers. I have a very historical background because my family was one of the families that helped incorporate the city of Miami when Henry Flagler came, brought the railroad in the town. So I don't do what I do because I want to.
Right.
I do what I do because I must. Because I need to bring the relief. Because a lot of the people in this community that's suffering day in and day out, they're related to me. We got disconnected. But I have a lot of extended family and a lot of family in this town because my family came from the Bahamas, Jeff.
Yes.
Exuma, Cat Island. Grew up in Homestead, Florida City. Went to a lot of the public schools.
Right.
Came back, went to the military. I'm a vet. I'm a veteran. I served my country. Okay, so, and then I went, and not only did that, Jeff, I went to school and got a degree. I have an executive bachelor of business administration degree. So, I mean, I'm not just a pretty face.
Right.
I'm smart, too.
I like that, man.
I'm not just a pretty face.
I like that. And you mentioned your Caribbean roots. Can you talk to that? I mean, how has the support been? Because, you know, I'm also from the Bahamas, and we all basically... A lot of us here in South Florida have Bahamian roots, Haitian roots, Jamaican roots. How has that support been among that base for you?
Well, I mean, okay, so it's coming along. I mean, I'm sorry I have to keep putting this, it's coming along. I mean, I have a lot of support in the community when people find out that I have those roots because, you know, we look at each other nowadays. We don't know who's kin to who because we don't have that kind of connection we once had. So the support is coming. I mean, I wish it can come the way I like to see it. Well, everybody in the county, everybody that's connected to the Bahamas, connected to the Caribbean community, the Haitian community, you know, that we look up and say, you know what? We need to get somebody that we know is going to be fair to everybody. That's one of the things that we are. One thing about Caribbeans and black folks all together, we fair when it comes to doing certain things. And I know, Jeff, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be humane. I'm going to be somebody to give people respect.
Right.
Because I respect everybody.
Right.
So it's coming along. I mean, I have no complaints, Jeff. None.
That's a good thing. We're here on the Jeff Fox Show speaking with Rubin Young, who's running for the Clerk of the Courts, Miami-Dade County. Rubin, you look around the country, man, you see the tension, the racial tension. November 3rd, man, is a very, very important day. And a lot of people out there need to know that their vote counts. What would your message be to those people?
Okay, so my whole message would be, it's not about politics, it's not about party, but it's about people. People who've been left out of the mainstream. People who live in communities where they feel that they don't have any power, they don't have a voice. They feel disconnected, disenfranchised. Those are the voices that we hear now. Mm-hmm. Those are the voices that's in our black community, because for far too long we have been disconnected from the mainstream. Look where we are today in Liberty City. Mm-hmm. Look where we are today in Homestead, Florida City, Naranja, Goose, Overtown. And let's connect all these communities. Every last one of our communities feel empowered because there's not enough resources. There's nobody at the top that care enough about our community to say, hey, look, you need to get out and vote. Because vote, to me, is like giving somebody money.
Right.
It's like money in the bank. The way you run in a democracy or in a constitutional republic or democracy, voting is the way to make changes.
I mean, a different result.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I hope I said that right.
Yeah, insanity. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Yes, sir.
So I'm doing something to get the type of result that we need, because I believe I was born. Mm-hmm. I believe I was born to be the clerk. And being the clerk, you're going to see somebody who's going to not just fight for one person, one community, but I'm going to be the person going to fight for everybody in this county, because I've lived here long enough, and guess what, Jeff? I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of getting the same exact result from somebody that don't care about me or you.
Yes, sir.
That's where I am right now, Jeff. So, yes, I'm running. I tell, get out and vote. Get out and vote for somebody who's going to make a difference. Somebody going to vote to make a change in your life. Mm-hmm. Somebody that's fair and want to make sure that everybody get their fair share, and that's who I am, Jeff.
Yes.
I want to make sure you get your fair share.
No doubt. And that's why we wanted to have you here on the show, definitely to reach out to the people and let them know, because there are too many people that I've come across. Rep Your City TV, our network here, has been out in the community talking to people. And there are a lot of people that are hopeless.
Yes.
There are a lot of people that feel like, why should I vote? Oh, my vote is not going to make a difference. That is the wrong attitude to have. And if you can, I'd like you to let those people know how important their one vote is. You know, because it can make a difference. As we saw in some of the recent elections here, every vote matters.
Yes, it does. Every vote. You know, I'm running against a giant. This guy, I don't know if everybody knows him, but his name is Rubin.
Ah,
yes, that's who I'm going against. Rubin, who's not only just our clerk of the courts, mm-hmm. to make sure we get fairness inside the courtroom, but he's also our county clerk. Mm-hmm. And in that job, he's the county clerk. He's the comptroller. You know the comptroller. Yes. He oversees the finances of an organization. Oversees all the finances in the county. He's the recorder, the auditor, the treasurer. I mean, he sits on the board because the Constitution gives him his power and authority. So, yes, your vote matters, because if I got every vote in this county, guess what? I'll be the first African-American clerk of the Circuit and County Court and County Clerk in Miami-Dade County, Florida. A position that's been around since 1812.
We've never had one?
Never had one.
Unbelievable.
Since 1812.
Wow.
Before you and I was born. They've been dealing with this, and we never had an African-American clerk, black clerk, or how you want to say it, Joe. And I'm running to be that. I'm offering myself, and I need those votes. I need every vote in every community, in every city, in order to make a change, because if you had enough, like I have had enough, of getting nothing, mm-hmm. nobody speaking for me at the top, then it's time for a change. And that's why your vote means something. Voting is the way we make changes in a democracy. This is called a democracy. Mm-hmm. You have to vote, no matter which way it falls. Sure, Jeff, I would like the vote to always fall the way you want it to fall.
Yes, sir.
But we know life is not fair. But that doesn't mean we give up. We still keep pushing, we mm-hmm. keep pushing, and we keep our finger in the dam until relief comes.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask you, before you get out of here, and we're talking to Rubin Young, of course, who's running for Miami-Dade County Clerk of Courts. here in Miami-Dade County, November 3rd, right?
November the 3rd. November the 3rd. I mean, November the 3rd. I need you on November the 3rd.
Let's speak it into existence. You get elected. What's one of the first things on your agenda?
Okay, so one of the first things on my agenda is make sure that I bring in people, because the clerk controls about 1,500 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring in people that want to work and serve our general public. You know, right now today, I'm quite sure you've gone down to the courthouse.
Yes, sir.
You're going to some type of agencies under the clerks. Some of the attitudes are not as friendly as they used to be when Richard Brinker was there.
Right.
So, I mean, that's within itself. That has to change, because the people in this county, they're paying their tax dollars, and they're paying their tax dollars for good quality service. I have a customer service background. I know the etiquettes of being someone to deal with the public. Mm-hmm. You don't talk to the public any kind of way. So the first thing I would be doing is evaluating who really want to work in that clerk's office. Mm. If you want to work in the clerk's office, guess what? You have a place with me. But if you got those bad attitudes, and every time somebody comes to that clerk's office, and you treat them unfairly, and you make them feel like, hey, why am I paying for this type of service, then you have a problem. And another thing I want to do, Jeff, we need to look at where the money is going in this county.
Yes, sir.
We need to audit every dollar to make sure that if you're supposed to get a jacuzzi in Liberty City, if you're supposed to get your jacuzzi in Liberty City, mm-hmm. then you're going to get your jacuzzi in Liberty City. Why should you have a jacuzzi in Coral Gables and I can't get a jacuzzi in Liberty City?
Exactly.
Or Overtown, the Ranger, you know, places like that. Why?
Yeah.
This is one county. I want to make this county one. I want to know everybody's name in the county. You know, when I was growing up, Jeff, I knew everybody in my community. Everybody knew me. Mm-hmm. I knew them by their first name. This is what I want to do from day one. The minute I get elected, I want to start getting to know every citizen in this county, and I want to bring services to their front door. Because a lot of people don't know where it goes. So I want to put liaisons in the community that go to your door and say, knock. Anything we can do for you today, Mr. Jeff?
Yes, sir.
That's the type of service, bringing that type of services to your front door. Well, I want to make a difference.
I love your spirit. I certainly hope the viewers love it as well, and I'm sure, you know, they will be supporting you. Can you let everybody know how they can support, where they can send, you know, contributions and everything?
So you can go to Vote Young for Miami-Dade County Clerk of Courts.com. That way you can go. If you want to read about me, check out my background, you can. If you want to make a contribution, you can. If I got $1 from 1 million people in Miami-Dade County, this is a county-wide race, I should be on the ballot from County Line Road all the way to Homestead. If I got $1 from everybody in this county, guess what? Then we can make a difference and get Harvey Rubin out of that seat, because I say that he don't do anything to protect our community, and you can vote for me, Rubin Young, and please help me make a difference. Thank you.
All right, there it is. Of course, every vote has power.
Every vote.
Like you say, and I want to thank you so much for coming to the Jeff Fox Show.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Keep that spirit, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You know, and you're going to go places.
Thank
so
you,
certainly we hope that you remember to vote Young right here on the Jeff Fox Show. Rubin Young, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, back with more right after this here on the Jeff Fox Show.
Thank you.
Rep, Yo City.